Consumerism wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a coincidence. It was designed. The American dream is something that is usually closely related to how much stuff you've acquired or how many things you own or the house and dog and white picket fence or whatever it might be. And these last 2-ish years have revealed how much society is dependent on one thing, and that's consumption. We live in a world where you can get anything in nearly 2 days or less. We're inundated with messages on social and television. And it's because of this dependence on consumption that our society has. We can't depend on any external sources to tell us not to buy. You just won't find it. And every year we hear from tech giants telling us that this model will be the best thing they've ever made. I mean, look at this. This is me watching the Apple keynote about the next new item while watching it on the recently purchased item it's not a proud moment for me. This is where my issue comes in. Tech is my kryptonite. I love tech. Lots and lots of tech. And I find the biggest problem is with technology, you can always justify buying something. You can always find that need, that problem that you'll solve with a new piece of tech. And then there's the frivolous reasons, right? This one edits video faster. This one has a new camera. This one has a new OLED screen that you can barely tell the difference from the last model. Or maybe just the reason to buy is that everybody else is getting one. And it probably has something to do with being cooped up at home, but shopping for me has increased during my effort to decrease. So here are 3 ways that I'm using to stop the bleeding, if you will. I'm not upgrading my phone unless I have to. I'm at that age where upgrading my phone is not as necessary anymore. I mean, most of the time when phones come out, people get the new phone, it has a new camera, it has a new feature. And outside of just using that feature to show off my new phone, you really don't need these things. This is a picture of me third in line for the original iPhone back in 2007. So I've been getting a new phone for a long time, and I'm at that point where there's no feature that groundbreaking that's gonna make me grab a fresh $1,000 just to get the next phone. And let's face it, come on, you don't need a new phone every year, and you know it. And number 2, this is a big one. I am going to fully use every feature of the technology that I do buy for the purpose that I bought it. I originally bought an iPad Pro because I do some graphic design, logo work, and I wanted to get back into drawing. But I'm ashamed to tell you, as of today, I haven't completely finished the illustration on my iPad yet. And I've upgraded my iPad from the 2018 version to the 2020 version. Tech companies need to find new and interesting ways to sell you things that you already have, just like toothpaste companies have to keep adding things to products to make you buy what is essentially still just toothpaste. And lastly, stop making excuses. For me, my big issue is if I have a project coming up, I'll use the excuse of needing more gear or an extra thing to pull off the project. Gear acquisition syndrome. It really is just a mind game that you play with yourself to stall from starting the project because you push it off because you need a new light or you need a new microphone or you need a new lens or something, but you're really just kidding yourself and trying not to actually start. If you remember that video I did where I completely cleaned out my kitchen junk drawer, that drawer is actually full again. I don't know, the magic elves have filled it back up. I don't know what's going on, but I'm finding there's more to decluttering than just getting rid of all of your stuff. You have to have a mindset shift, and your surrounding environment is really a reflection on your mental state and how well you're able to keep it together. If you're considering starting minimalism, check out this video I did a little while back. It might help. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and sorry. It's not for me.